How you guys doing? Happy Friday. I'm gonna talk about how you can't fool people. You can't fool people, part two. I felt this was a good topic to talk about in the first place. Um, just out here going for a walk, staying active before I have to head into the office. Uh, Learning how to put starters together. We were taking a starter apart, putting starters back together yesterday in class. But I want to talk about how you can't fool people. You can't fool people. You might think you can fool people, but you can't. Um, People, they know when you're jacked up. And I used to get around people thinking that you could hide being jacked up. I used to think you could put, like back in my younger days, especially, back in those adolescent days, back in my 20s, I used to think you could fool people and that people wouldn't be able to, see through the BS when it come to you. But people, boy, can definitely tell what's going on with you. I'm here to tell you, people can tell what's going on with you. Like back when I was a teenager, when I was an adolescent, I didn't think people could tell if you were jacked up in any kind of way, but I know they can. As of now, I know they can tell. People are more perceptive, like I always say, than you think. Um, Back when I was a teenager, back when I was in my 20s, I thought I had folks fooled. But people can definitely tell if you're not one of them chosen dudes. That's why I'm saying the older that I get now, it's best to stay away from folks. Because one thing I'm seeing more and more, people do not look favorably upon guys in these types of positions. And as a man, if you in a position like this, people not gonna say that it's nobody else's fault but yours. They gonna blame you. Some people just got screwed in life. You guys hear me say that all the time. The higher power, evidently he screwed some people over. He screwed us over. Um, you can't fool folks. That's why my advice, stay away from folks. You don't want people to know that you jacked up, because once they find out that you jacked up, they're going to get away from you. They're not going to want to deal with you. I used to think it was a joke. I used to think it was a game. People do not look favorably upon people in these types of positions. People think these type of dudes that's in positions like this, people think something wrong with them. They do. If you're a dude that's not desired, not sought after, people think something wrong with these types of people. But you know what? Something is wrong with this society that we live in. This society needs to stop being so prejudiced, and it not need to stop being so shallow. It need to stop being so evil. But you know what? This world that we live in, it's not going to stop being evil, Knievel. It's not going to stop. And, it is what it is. This is why I say it's best if you a dude in a position like this, stay away from people, because people know if you in a bad position. They know if things ain't good for you. People not stupid. You get around people who are desirable, they can tell. Oh, he ain't wanted. He not a desirable man. He not one of those men that the women are checking for, and then they not gonna want to be around you. This is why I'm seeing, like, if you a dude that's in a position like this, I see why people used to tell me you don't need to get around people. See, I used to think I could show up to the family barbecue, got my Tom Ford cologne on, got my cashmere sweater on, my rag and bone jeans, clean Air Force Ones. I used to think I could show up to the family barbecue like that, clean, real clean, with my cashmere sweater on and my Tom Ford Soleil Neige cologne on. Soleil Neige from Tom Ford. I used to think I could show up to the barbecue and no one would ever know that I was jacked up. People know when you effed up, especially family, because they know you on a personal level. That's why I don't go around them no more. That's why I don't go around them. And I used to think people was trying to be funny when they would tell me, you know, you need to stay away from folks. You don't need to be getting around people. I see why now. But even if you a dude in a position like this, you still got to live your life. I still believe in going for walks, going bowling, going golfing, going skating. You still got to live your life and be active. You can't just be a hermit and just confide yourself to a basement. But I'm telling you, people know when you're jacked up. I used to think people wouldn't know if you were jacked up. I used to think you could just play the field, you know, play the field. I got my cashmere sweater on. I got my designer jeans on. I got my Air Force Ones on. I got my Tom Ford Tuscan leather cologne on. And nobody would know that something's wrong. But people know something is wrong with you. And I'm seeing why people used to tell me, you better keep your behind away from folks. They weren't trying to be funny or sarcastic. They were just being real. Dudes in these types of positions need to stay away from folks. Because people don't want you around no way. And when people see that you jacked up and you in a bad position, all they gonna do is stay away from you. They're gonna stay away from you. So I'm seeing that if you're a guy in a position like this, you don't really want to be getting around folks. You know, we got Halloween coming up in a couple weeks. We got Thanksgiving, we got Christmas, we got New Year's. If you a dude in a position like this, you don't really want to be getting around folks. Because you got some people who have, they have like a sixth sense. You remember that movie with Bruce Willis and Haley Joel Osment? Some people got a sixth sense. And they can tell when something is just not right. That's why I'm saying it's best to just stay your behind away from people. Yeah, it's best to stay away from folks because people don't want guys like this around no way. You get around other men, they find out that you're not desirable, they're going to want to stay away from your behind. They're going to cut you off and stop dealing with you. Once they find out that you jacked up, once they find out that you a dude that ain't wanted, they're going to get away from you. That's why if you're a man and you're in a position like this, you definitely don't want people to know that you in this, that you a dude that ain't wanted. Because people can definitely tell. It's just an unfortunate situation. I mean, I don't see why people attack these types of guys because no one asked to be in a position like this. You know, no one asked to be jacked up like this. It's just, it's just the luck that fell on some people wasn't good. It's unfortunate to be in these types of positions. But I just see more than ever that people are not stupid and you can't fool them. People know when you jacked up because people are always making judgments about people. And like I said, remember what I stated, people got a sixth sense. You got people that can just tell that something is not right with you. I'm starting to see that now. Like, you get around people, you think you fooling them, you know? You think you getting over on people. You're not getting over on nobody. Because people definitely know if you a dude that ain't desired. If you a guy who's not wanted, people definitely know what's up with you. Why you thinking you got people fooled? Why you think you being Mr. Smooth Operator and you deceiving people? You're not deceiving nobody because you got people out there that can see right through you. They know you jacked up. They know that things are not good with you and they know you in a bad position. And that's why I'm seeing it's best to just stay away from folk. You know, only if I would have known this in my younger days, it would have saved me a lot of heartache and pain. Because people know. You get around certain men, they find out you in this, It's World War III. But you guys have a good Friday. I'll be talking to you. Have a good day.